Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Guys, in today's video, I want to share with you my massive, epic, extra, gigantic PR haul. All the fragrances that we're going to speak about today were sent to me, however, just because the fragrances were sent to me does not mean you're going to get a watered down, politically correct synopsis of these fragrances. As always, I'm going to share with you my 100%, 1000% true opinions on these fragrances. So if you're interested, just continue to watch. Guys, before we get started with the video, please make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Make sure that red button turns gray. Tap that notification bell so you don't miss any of my uploads. Thumbs up the video so I know you love my content. And finally, leave me a comment below so we can get to know each other. Now, let's get started with the video. Alright guys, we have a lot of fragrances to get through, and I'm hoping that I can get through all of them in this video because I do not want this video to be too long. So if it ends up being too long, I'll just do a part 2. So the first fragrance that we're going to speak about today is one that I was so super excited to get, and it's by Kayali, and it's Lovefest Burning Cherry number 48. And this is what the beautiful bottle looks like. I mean, it looks like all Kayali bottles, but I do love this color. Now, you guys have been in my DMs like, sis, when is the Burning Cherry review coming? And it's here. So guys, I like to have a fragrance for at least a week before I bring it to my channel because I want to live with it. I want to wear it in the day. I want to wear it at night. I want to wear it to bed. I want to wear it around people. I want to really wear this fragrance and really give you my honest, 1000% honest opinion on this fragrance. Like, you know, what the fragrance does for me, because I can't speak for everybody else. Now, when I first smelled this fragrance, it did remind me of Lost Cherry. Okay, I am gonna say that. It was one of those, like, I smelled it, I sprayed it on, and I smelled it, and I was like, oh, here we go. It's another Lost Cherry. That's what I said. And then quickly, it did something different on my skin. It did something like this. Lost Cherry, is that you? Is that you, girl? And then she turned around and looked at me like, you know, with an attitude like, no, it's not Lost Cherry. So I quickly realized after the first 2 minutes of me having this fragrance on that it wasn't Lost Cherry. It did something different on my skin, and I will show you the fragrance that it reminds me of in the dry down. But in the opening, upon initial spray, you will get a little remnants of Lost Cherry. But honestly, guys, a lot of my Kayali fragrances, I mean, I'll link my Kayali ranking video for you guys if you haven't seen it. But I've mentioned in that video that all of the Kayali fragrances that I've smelled reminds me of other fragrances in my collection. Pink Pepper reminds me of Perfume Avenue by Bond Number 9. Vanilla 28 reminds me of Spirituous Double Vanille. So they do remind me of other fragrances except for Elixir 11. I haven't smelled any fragrance in my collection that reminds me of Elixir 11. Oh, and Eden Juicy Apple. That doesn't remind me of anything either. Now, this, like I said, it does remind me of Lost Cherry in the opening. It does something different in the dry down. So let me tell you the notes, because the notes are written on the back of the bottle, as you can see. So there's Burning Cherry, Raspberry, Pralines, Palo Santo, Gaiac Wood, and Patchouli. So in reading all these notes, I was looking for the burning aspect of the woods and the deepness and darkness of the Palo Santo, and I was looking for the earthiness and the incensiness of the patchouli. It didn't do that on my skin. On my skin, it kind of just faded away into a very faint cherry scent. It also gave me a little bit of a plum vibe. I have no idea where that came from, but it does something more plummy on my skin. I'm not getting any burning woods. I'm not getting anything deep and dark. This fragrance is very light and airy on my skin. It lasts on my skin for about 2 hours, and then it becomes a skin scent. It projects for maybe like the first 10 minutes of me spraying it, but then after that, it just dies down into a skin scent. And the part that's projecting is the part that smells like Lost Cherry. That very bright cherry, Lost Cherry-esque type opening. But then the dry down is something different, and it's something different as a skin scent. The scent of this is beautiful, right? It does smell really pretty, but for me, it's more of a sensual, like, date night at home type date. Somebody's coming closer to you. You're not going to choke them out at all because, like I said, this is a skin scent on me. It's not projecting on me after the first 10 minutes. And after like 2 hours, I really can't smell it on myself. Now, let me tell you, I showered with my Degree Tart Cherry. You guys know I love this. This with all the cherry fragrances is a vibe. So the first day that I had it, what I did was mix it in my Eucerin cream. I didn't want to layer it with any other creams because I wanted the fragrance to do what it was going to do. Okay, do what it do. So I used my Eucerin cream and then I sprayed the fragrance in my Eucerin cream and created like my own Lovefest body cream. And it gave me, like I said, the same amount of time. It didn't extend the fragrance any further on me. And you know, that's what it was. But let me show you the fragrance that it reminds me of in the dry down. Jimmy Choo Fever. If you guys have Jimmy Choo Fever, smell Jimmy Choo Fever in the dry down and it gives you Lovefest 48. That's what it did on my skin. It wasn't giving me any other cherry fragrance. It wasn't giving me any other woody, burning, you know, sexy type fragrance like that. It was giving me Jimmy Choo Fever, and I absolutely love this. This is a beautiful scent, but it does remind me of, you know, other fragrances. So the next day, I layered it with my Jimmy Choo Fever body cream, and it did give me a little bit longer of a time. But I'm telling you that these two smell kind of similar, so I'm really not sure if it was the body cream or the fragrance. I mean, I told you guys before in my Kayali video that these fragrances on my skin, they don't really project. They work closer to the skin. They're not super long lasting. But the scents are pretty, but they do remind me of other scents. So if you're looking for something super unique, super groundbreaking, it's not going to be this fragrance to me because, like I said in the opening, it reminds me of Lost Cherry. It does dry down and go someplace else, but it's so faint on my skin, I really can't tell you where it went. Okay, but it is a pretty scent. So if you're someone who likes fragrances that's not beast mode, because I know everybody doesn't want to be announced, and every time you don't have to, you know, be announced. So like I said, this is a fragrance that I would wear in the house, to bed, date night at home, or it could be date night out where we're just running out to get something to eat. We're probably going to be out for 3 hours tops, 3-4 hours tops. I really don't care if my fragrance is going to be lasting that long, but I'm going to leave the house smelling really pretty. You know what I mean? That's what this fragrance is to me. So Lovefest Burning Cherry number 48. So as I told you guys in my vlog, the House of Sillage sent me 2 fragrances. They sent me Sweet Dreams and they sent me Cream Chiffon. Guys, these bottles are freaking amazing. I mean, the bottles alone are so gorgeous. Like, I literally cannot stop looking at these bottles. They're so beautiful. I mean, they're kind of like, I guess they're kind of cheesy, but they're kind of cheesy and kind of kitschy, but in such a beautiful, feminine, classy way. I don't know. I can't explain it. I do love the bottles. Now, let's get into this fragrance here, which is Sweet Dreams. Now, upon first sniff of this fragrance, it put me in the mind of Bitter Peach by Tom Ford. It's like the Tom Ford is killing it right now. It did put me in the mind of Bitter Peach. However, I have to say that Bitter Peach is much more sweeter to me. This fragrance to me leans, it can be a unisex scent. I don't want to say it leans masculine, but I can smell this on a man. I definitely can smell this on a man. On my skin, it wasn't giving me any sweetness. See, my hands are... my hands are super greasy, so I'm not going to be able to get this cap off. On my skin, it didn't give me anything super sweet. And the crazy thing is, the name is Sweet Dreams. So I was expecting like a sweet, juicy peach. You know what I mean? Very frou-frou-la-la, very feminine, beautiful scent. And I didn't get that from this. The bottle is amazing, but the scent is just, like I said, it reminds me of Bitter Peach. But to me, Bitter Peach is much more sweet, much more syrupy, much more enjoyable than this fragrance here. Love the bottle, but the fragrance is a no for me. I'm gonna play with it a little bit more, but yeah, it's not one that I can see myself like reaching for. It's one that I'm gonna have to try to figure out what I can layer with it to make it work for my skin. It's just so annoying that, like, looking at this fragrance in this bottle, I wanted something completely different. I didn't want to be reminded of Bitter Peach. I don't want to be reminded of Lost Cherry. I don't want to be reminded of fragrances that I already have in my collection. Do they go in different directions? Are they identical? No, they're not. But for me, I still want something completely different. So the next one I want to speak about is Cream Chiffon. Another gorgeous, beautiful, cute bottle. Now this one, I really like this one, guys. This one, let me tell you, when I first smelled this one, I'm not even gonna lie to you, I was like, oh, it's missing something, like it needs something. And I let Bae smell it, and he was like, nah, this is like bomb. Like I really like this. Like it smells really good. So then the more I kept smelling it and kept spraying it and wearing it, I was like, okay, like this really is a pretty scent. So it's bitter orange, brown sugar, grapefruit, olibanum, benzoin, heliotrope, whipped cream, vanilla, white musk, and vetiver. This is a really pretty, like fresh type gourmand. It's not super foodie, but you can definitely smell the gourmand nature in it, and I do really like it. Now, this fragrance retails for $395. Would I spend $395 on this fragrance? No. Okay, but I would get it on sale. So, and you guys know the House of Sillage has sales all the time. So definitely, if you see this on sale, get this, because I do think it's a pretty feminine gourmand type fragrance, but it's nothing that I feel like you need to run out and get. But I am happy that I have it in my collection, especially because the bottles are so super cute. All right, guys, so the next fragrance on the list is by Electimuss, and this is Pomona Vitalis, a 2022 release. Y'all, when I saw the notes of this fragrance, when I tell you my mouth was watering, I was so excited to receive this because I wanted to smell it so bad, because I just knew this fragrance was going to give me all of my life. Let me tell you the notes. It opens up with lychee. There's strawberry, there's apple, bergamot, Bulgarian rose, rose absolute, sandalwood, vanilla, styrax, benzoin, and leather accords. So you guys heard all those notes, right? And although there's leather accords in the base, I didn't think, too much of it. I'm like, whatever, because I do have fragrances in my collection that have leather accords that I absolutely love. Like there's my fragrance du Bois fragrance, I believe it's Santal Complete, that has leather. There's my favorite well, not my favorite, but one of my favorite BDK fragrances, Creme de Cure, that has leather accords, leather and suede, and I love it. So I didn't really mind too much about the leather accords. I was mainly focused on the lychee, the strawberry, the apple, the Bulgarian rose, the rose absolute, the sandalwood, the vanilla. I was like, these notes are giving me my life. Got the fragrance, opened it, and was so disappointed. Y'all, this smells nothing like what these notes are saying. I mean, it's not a bad scent. It just wasn't what I was expecting. It smells like a leathery balm that's powdery, like a powdery, very leathery scent. And it's just not for me. It's just not for me whatsoever. It smells better smelling it out the nozzle. I'm not going to spray it on my skin because I don't want to have to wash my hands directly after I put this fragrance down, because that's how it's kind of like shrieky, if that makes any sense. Like it's very sharp, it's very shrieky. I don't get any sweetness from the lychee, and I've had tons of lychee martinis in my life, and when I tell you that lychee is so sweet, I'm not getting any sweetness from that lychee. I'm not getting any sweetness from the strawberry, from the apple. I'm not getting any vanilla. It just smells, like I said, shrieky and powdery. And I was so disappointed because when I got this fragrance, I got a package with other fragrances in that box. This was the first one I opened because I was just like, yes, this one's about to give me my life. I love Electimuss. I love my TREJAUNE. I love my I'm drawing a blank, but the vanilla one, love that one too. But this one, I was just not, it's not for me. So if you guys have tried this, let me know. Yeah, this one is going to Bae. It's not for me. So yeah, this was a disappointment. Y'all, I'm telling you, it's going to be some really good fragrances coming in the video because we haven't been really starting off too good. So let me go on to this Clive Christian fragrance. So this is a newer release from Clive Christian. It's actually a 2022 release, and this is from the Noble Collection, and this is Blonde Amber. And when I tell y'all, this is so super sexy. Y'all, now this is a date night in the winter, like a cold fall night or early winter date night. This right here is a vibe. It's so super sexy. It's so rich smelling. This gave me my life, okay? So it opens up with bitter orange. There's rum, there's ginger, there's cardamom, pink pepper, there's bergamot, grapefruit, tuberose, tobacco, dried fruits. sandalwood, myrrh, tonka, vanilla. Listen, there's a whole lot of notes in this fragrance. Now, although I love this fragrance and I feel like it's a date night fragrance, I don't think it's a safe blind buy, and I don't think it's for everybody. If you're the type of person, if you're the type of woman who feels like Ani by NISHANE leans masculine, if you feel like Hachivat by NISHANE leans masculine, if you feel like Tobacco Rose by BDK leans masculine, you're probably not going to like this fragrance right here. I feel like with Clive Christian fragrances, even the feminine versions, they're not super feminine. They're not super frou-frou la-la at all. They may have pineapples and apples and all these sweet notes, but how they're composed, it's very classy. It's done in a very expensive, exclusive, rich type way. And it doesn't smell frou-frou la-la and playful. So this has a bunch of dried fruits. But y'all, this is to me a unisex scent. But for me, it's so sexy, so super sexy. It's warm, it's inviting. Now this is a date night out type scent, like date night in the fall and the winter. You want to feel expensive and exclusive. You just want to feel so super sexy. You want people to smell you. You want your fragrance to be on you for a long time. Like for me, that's like a sexy date night fragrance to me. People smelling me at the next table, the person walking us to our table is giving us compliments on our fragrances. Like that's a date night scent for me. I want to be smelled. I'm going to put something like this on, and it's so super sexy, y'all. Like I said, it's blonde amber. Not for everybody. Try to get a sample if you can. This is sold on soavantgarde.com. You can save 20% using my discount code, THEGREAT20. Now, okay, we about to get to it. We gonna get to it because I'm trying to speed this video up. I have a whole like bucket here of fragrances to show you guys. So one of my subbies, Simone, shout out to you, Simone. She hit me up and was like, AI, you have to get, let me see if I can pronounce this. Mizensire. I'm going to show you the bottle. She was like, so Avant-Garde is now carrying this. You have to get this. So I was like, all right, girl, like, you know, whatever. So I placed my order for 3 of them. They still were sent to me PR, but I still have to place an order. Y'all, all 3 of these are freaking bangers. These are what the bottles look like. I mean, honestly, I've never heard of the brand before, but I was so super intrigued, and how she bigged them up, I was like, yeah, girl, say less. So the first one I want to share with you guys is Sweet Praline. And let me see, because the bottles all look the same. So this is Sweet Praline. This is the bottle, super chic, super classy, super heavy glass. Let me refresh myself with this one. All right, now I will say, this smells beautiful. I'm not really getting the praline notes, but this smells amazing. Beautiful scent. I had this on my skin when I first got it, but I'm just spraying it on the card right now just to refresh my memory. But it's such a pretty scent. So let me tell you, it opens up with raspberry. There's hedione, jasmine, incense, benzoin, ambroxan, and papyrus. For me, this is a safe blind buy. It's a pretty scent. It's a feminine scent. There's nothing unisex about this. It's super pretty. Another one that you can save. Okay, all the fragrances that we're going to speak about from now on, because I don't want to have to sound like a broken record. All the fragrances from this point on, you can save 20% using my discount code on soavantgarde.com. My discount code is THEGREAT20. All the information will be linked in the description box below, okay? Because I don't want to sound like a broken record. But y'all, this is a pretty scent. It's something... It's not super groundbreaking in the scent, okay? But I've never smelled anything like this before. It doesn't remind me of anything, and I'm so happy about that, y'all. Like, I love fragrances that don't remind me of other things because I'm so sick of having fragrances that give me this vibe. Like, there's so many scents out there. I just wish the perfumers would just like know what is on the market, what's popping, what's everybody talking about. Okay, this is a popular scent. Let's not make anything that smells like this. Unless you're trying to dupe the fragrance. But if you're not trying to dupe the fragrance, then just try to do something completely different. If the notes are different, but the scent smells the same, to me, it's like, I mean, it doesn't matter if the notes are different or the same. Like, if the scent reminds people of this type of scent, then maybe you should do something completely different. So I'm loving fragrances that don't remind me of other fragrances. So this is Sweet Praline. Like I said, there's no praline note in this either, actually. No praline note. That's why I don't get praline. So I don't know why they named it Sweet Praline. But it's a feminine scent. I feel like it's a safe flying by. It's really pretty, really safe. You know what I mean? Another one is For Your Love. So I believe this one was my favorite, because the other one is Musk Eternal. Ooh, no, I don't know. Because this one was really pretty. And Musk Eternal was really, really nice too. Ooh. Yes. Okay. So this is Raspberry again, Musk, Ambergris, Patchouli, and Benzoin. And I have to say this, because every time like I mention ambergris or something like that, I have to say it doesn't remind me of Baccarat Rouge by 40. However, on Fragrantica, you know, people are going to say that it reminds them of Baccarat Rouge by 40. It's definitely one of the fragrances up there in the reminds me of. But it doesn't remind me of Baccarat Rouge by 40 whatsoever. This is a really pretty scent. It's fruity, it's spicy, it's sweet, it's woody, it's ambery. This is gorgeous. Gorgeous, guys. I'm telling you, this is so freaking pretty. Simone, you got that off, girl. Thank you so much for putting me on, because I want more from this house. So the last fragrance that we're going to speak about from this house is Musk Eternal. And like I said, the bottles all look the same. Super classy, super chic. Just love it. Let me refresh myself again. But I was loving this one, y'all, because I love a good musk. Yes. A nice powdery, soft, smooth musk. This is really pretty. So this opens up with Bulgarian rose. There's iris. That's where you're getting the powderiness from. There's hawthorn. There's jasmine, white musk, and tonka. Another non-offensive type scent. I feel like it's a feminine scent. I mean, yeah, I think it's a feminine scent. I'm not going to say it's unisex, because I feel like I wouldn't want to smell this on a man. And that's how I judge whether or not a fragrance is unisex or not. Like, if I can smell it on Bae, then yeah, it's unisex. If I can't smell it on him, like if it's like, what you got that on for, then no, it's not a unisex scent, it's feminine. So another pretty scent, if you like musk and powdery fragrances, you'll love this. And this is Musk Eternal by Ms. Zensir. Like I said, information gonna be in the description box. Now, the last 6 fragrances on the list. When I tell you, these fragrances right here, choke hold, period. I gotta take them out the basket, y'all. As you can see, if you're paying attention, this area right here is nice and empty, because this is where these fragrances are going to live. You will see these fragrances moving forward in this video, just displayed here beautifully. Y'all, the House of Oud is now being sold on soavantgarde.com. I don't have, well, prior to now, I didn't have any experience with these fragrances. I just always saw the bottles, and they look like artifacts to me. Like, they look like they belong in a museum, like on a podium, on a shelf, that if you touch it, you know, you'll probably get arrested and, you know, thrown in jail forever, because you're not supposed to touch these beautiful artifacts, y'all. Aside from the bottles looking like that, the juice inside, hold up, I need to know why. Like, I really need to know why people aren't speaking of these fragrances. Like, why isn't this all over my feed and all over my timeline? These fragrances are freaking awesome. Awesome. Every single one of these fragrances that I have here on my collection, and there's 6 of them. 6 of them, and all 6 of them are bangers. When I tell y'all, we're gonna speak about the one that I've seen on YouTube every now and again. I've seen it floating around in some people's videos, and that's Keep Glazed. Let's look at the bottle. Just look, y'all. How gorgeous is this? So when you take it off like this, and this is where listen to me when I tell y'all, I don't care if a fragrance was sent to me or not. If the fragrance is everything, I'm going to let you know. If the fragrance is mediocre, if it reminds me of something else, if it's, you know, you can save your money on it, I'm always going to let you guys know. These 6 fragrances right here are everything. When I tell you I'm so happy that I have these in my collection, I don't even know what to do with myself. Now, you're only going to get 75 mils of juice in these fragrances. So, yeah, I don't know if these are going to get decanted because of, Jesus. Let me tell you the notes. So, this is Keep Glaze, like I said. This opens up with mango, strawberry leaf, lemon, whipped cream, coconut, ginger, fruity notes, musk, and precious woods. Y'all, I've been telling y'all like damn near all summer, I need a good mango fragrance. And y'all did not hook me up. Y'all didn't tell me about this one right here. This one right here should be in everyone's collection for the spring and the summer. If you love fruity fragrances, you need this, period. Now, like I said, spring and summer. This isn't one that I would wear in, like, you know, deeper into fall. Early fall as a transitional fragrance, especially for me, because I don't want summer to go anywhere. So I will still be smelling a little fruity and a little summery come the first 2-3 weeks of September. I don't care. But this isn't like a fall vibes, thick, chunky sweater. It's not that type of fragrance. This just smells so y'all. If you trust me, you can go ahead and blind buy this one right here. If you love fruity fragrances, and let me tell you, this lasted on my skin. I didn't wear it outside the house, okay? Because I've gotten so many fragrances. We're not even gonna, I'm gonna have to do a part 2. I'm gonna have to do a part 2. We're not gonna be able to get to all the fragrances, but I definitely wanted to squeeze these 6 fragrances in this video here. So I didn't wear this out yet, but in the house, this lasted on me. When I say like over 10 hours, I was washing dishes, I was cooking, I was doing this, doing that, and I was still smelling it on my skin. Y'all, like I said, if you love mango, if you love fruity, Keep Glazed, everything. So the next one I want to speak about is the Thyme. And look at this bottle. Y'all, this is real. Like, this is and it's nice and heavy. It's like a ceramic glass. Like, please, if you get these, do not drop this at all, because this right here is, I feel like it's gonna just smash and break because it's glass. Y'all, look at this. It's so freaking awesome. Okay, so this opens up with chamomile, bergamot, warm wood, right? No, wormwood. That was when I wrote these notes down, I was like, wormwood, what in the hell? Tea, there's lemon, iris, black tea, cedar, amber, and musk. Now, before these fragrances were sent to me, I was stalking the notes. So when I saw this one, I was kind of like, you know, like, I mean, there's no notes in this fragrance that really captivated me. Usually I'm going to read something like vanilla or oud or some fruity note or some note that's gonna like have me like in a chokehold, like, oh, I can't wait to smell it. These notes, you know, the chamomile and the tea and the lemon, I was just like, you know, whatever. When I smelled it, y'all, I can't even, what does this smell like? OMG. It just smells like money. It smells like money. It smells rich. It smells different. It smells exotic to me. It doesn't smell like anything I've smelled before. Not saying that it doesn't smell like something out there, but I haven't smelled all the fragrances in the world. The good thing is it doesn't smell like anything that I already have in my collection. And that's what I'm happy about, because I don't like having so many fragrances that smell the same. You know what I mean? If that's the case, like, I'd rather buy something completely different. This right here, guys, this is a haul and not first impressions, because I did smell all of these, but I'll come back with you guys and give you more depth and more detail. I just wanted you to know that these fragrances right here are like chef's kiss, the sous chef, the bar back, the waitress. Everybody is mwah, mwah, mwah. Like, these fragrances are everything. Y'all, What About Pop? Is that this one right here? Okay, so this one right here is What About Pop. For all you gourmand lovers, this one right here, listen. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Listen, some of you might not like it because I'm going to tell you the opening note, but for me, like, I love a good popcorn and caramel, okay? So it opens up with popcorn and caramel. There's whipped cream, there's vanilla, there's night blooming jasmine, there's ebony wood, there's musk, there's benzoin, there's vetiver, and there's ambergris. Y'all, let me go ahead and spray this on my skin. Because for fall, what about pop? Listen, I know y'all be talking about y'all Xerjoff Gourmand, the Gourmand of Or Gourmands. No. What about pop? Listen, this right here is so freaking beautiful, y'all. If you love the scent, and it doesn't, although it has popcorn in the opening, right? To me, you're not getting that much popcorn, but you're getting caramel. And when I tell you the caramel is like drippy, like imagine like caramel just dripping down this bottle. Y'all, this smells so freaking good. For fall, if you love gourmand, you need this. Let me share with you another fall fragrance. Are y'all ready? Look at this. Look at this. So guys, this is Almond Harmony. If it's ever been, if it ever will be, if it will continue to be the almond note for you, this is the one that you need. So this opens up with almond. There's petitgrain, orange blossom, bergamot, heliotrope, ylang ylang, iris, jasmine, rose, vanilla, tonka, and musk. Another fall banger. When I tell y'all, so another one is going to get sprayed on my hand because so beautiful. It's so beautiful, y'all. It's so freaking beautiful. Oh my goodness. It's and the more it dries down on your skin, this one is What About Pop. This has a roasted, toasted type scent on me. When it dries down, y'all, What About Pop is amazing. And Almond Harmony is freaking amazing. Listen, the House of Oud, I just want to know why. Why aren't these fragrances all over my timeline? It's all of the same fragrances. Everybody's talking about the same things. These fragrances right here deserve to be on the timeline. Okay, so now we have this beautiful bottle. This one. So let me show you, because I'm looking at the bottom of the bottles for the names, because obviously the names aren't, on the bottle. So this one is Empathy, and this is what the bottle looks like. We're just gonna call them artifacts from now on, okay? This is what the artifact looks like. Guys, this is so, listen, this looks like something that you would find like buried somewhere in Greece. So, like, y'all, this is just crazy to me. Like, this is so super amazing to me. So this opens up with Raspberry Bloom, Pear Blossom, Artemisia, whatever. There's raspberry again, tobacco, fruity notes, oud, woody notes, spruce, benzoin, and musk. Y'all heard that. I'm not going to repeat myself because y'all heard that. I mean, y'all, when I tell you all 6 of these fragrances, when I got my package and I was smelling them, Bae came up in here and was like, are you okay? Like, are you good? Like, what is happening right now? Because I was so excited. Like, yes, I was getting my life. Like, literally, y'all, I was getting my life. None of these fragrances remind me of anything else. These fragrances smell freaking amazing. I haven't smelled anything like this, like, ever before. And they just give me all the rich, expensive vibes. Like the House of Oud, I'm going to have to say it's one of my favorite houses. And I only have 6. And it's one of my favorite houses. I haven't even smelled the whole entire collection, but I want more. Okay? Empathy, y'all. So it's fruity, it's sweet, it's woody. It lasts long. Y'all, I'm about to cry. All right, so now we're going to speak about the last fragrance on the list because this video is going to be way too long, y'all. So I'm trying to rush through. So this one right here is Breath of the Infinite. I mean, these names. Breath of the Infinite Artifact. Just look at this. So this has freesia, peony, peach, ambroxan, cashmere, and musk. Now, I don't know who these perfumers are. I don't know who these perfumers are, but kudos to you. Kudos to you for making fragrances that don't smell like anything else. For making fragrances, these juices smell so exotic, so beautiful. Y'all, it's the house of oud for me. I'm sorry. It's the house of oud for me. So basically, to wrap this haul up, I will say that every fragrance from the house of oud, A1 number 1. Clive Christian, Blonde Amber, A1 number 1. But I don't think it's a safe blind buy because I feel like somebody would think it leans masculine on them. I do have to let you guys know that because I know that some of you feel like some of the fragrances that I don't typically feel are masculine, you guys feel are masculine on you. Now, the ones that didn't do so well in this haul, Electimuss Pomona Vitalis. I wanted to love it because the notes were speaking to me, but guys, it's too much leather for me. It's too shrieky for me. It's too powdery for me. It's just not for me. House of Sillage, Sweet Dream or Sweet Dreams. This fragrance reminds me of Bitter Peach, but just not as sweet. Not as syrupy, not as thick and dense as Bitter Peach. You know, the bottle is beautiful, but the fragrance isn't for me. I do really love Cream Chiffon. This is really pretty. It's like a house scent. It's a brunch scent, you know, running around in a day. You know, nothing super sexy, you know, not in my opinion, but it is a really nice scent and I would definitely get it on sale. I would not pay $3.95 for that fragrance. Kayali Lovefest, the one that you guys have been asking me about so much. Beautiful scent. Does remind me of Lost Cherry in the opening, but it does something different in the dry down. I'm not getting anything woody. When I think woody and burning, I think super sexy, super smoky, super alluring, and I'm not getting that in this fragrance. This fragrance is really pretty. It smells good, you know what I mean? But it's not like a date night fragrance for me. It's not anything that I'm going to be putting on when I'm feeling super sexy. It's a nice going to bed scent. It'll be beautiful layered with Eden Juicy Apple to add a little bit of, you know, depth to it. But it's a pretty scent. It doesn't last long on my skin. It is a skin scent. That's this fragrance right here. And then the Sincere, these fragrances awesome as well. Definitely beautiful, awesome, great quality fragrances. So that's my haul, y'all. Let's talk about it in the comments below. What do you think about the fragrances that were spoken about today? Please give me your feedback. I want to know if we share the same opinion on certain things. And also the House of Oud. Have you guys tried those fragrances? Y'all, they're freaking everything. When I say everything, everything. So let's talk about it like we always do, guys. Remember to stay safe, be great, stay great, and always strive for greatness. AI the Great signing out, but I'll see you in my next video. Peace.